Very nice.
Thank you. I feel like the rhythm was better today. I have a better sense of time than I've had in a while.
Yeah, the rhythm is going to get you. It has gotten me before.
Tonight.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
Dun, 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 dun. There's
Yeah,
something about congos.
Yeah.
Or congas.
Yeah. Man, what a fucking brilliant band. Underrated fucking band, the Miami Sound Machine. I mean, Gloria Estefan, legend in her own right. But that fucking band, man.
MSM.
Yeah. Miami
What's
Sound
up?
Machine. Fucking banging band.
I
Anyway.
wonder what she's doing now.
If
she
only
doing
there
shit?
was some... I think she's still doing stuff. If only there was some way for us to find out.
Miami stuff, probably.
I don't know if, like, I mean, we could...
I
like,
think the kids
it's
don't understand how big Gloria Estefan was.
I think you're probably right.
Yeah, and especially if you knew Latinos, Chicanos, Chicanas, if you knew that community, holy shit. Like on a Sunday, that's what you heard.
Yeah.
And then I guess it turned into kind of Selena.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like, oh man, Gloria Estefan, there was a lot of shit there.
Oh, she's got a new record out.
See, there you go.
See? Still fucking doing it, man.
Yeah.
Still fucking kicking ass.
Didn't she break her back and almost die?
Something like that.
Yeah, and then like came back from that. I'm just,
That's
man.
fucking bad. Yeah, you're not going to keep a Cuban singer down. You're just fucking not. It's not happening. Yeah.
You know what's so weird? This is not fair of me to say, but I'm going to say it because I'm known for that. I don't like Cubano and like salsa music from like the Dominican Republic and Puerto Rico and Miami as much as I like Mexican music. Now, I know it's all basically the same papa a lot of times. It is like, very similar. But for whatever reason, I really like sort of regional Mexican music more than I like sort of Caribbean Hispanic music. Isn't that weird?
No, expand. Why? Is there a particular reason? Is it just like...
I think I'm racist. I don't know. No, I'm just kidding. No, I don't know. It's just like a different kind of like Hispanic that I dig. Like, I guess I'm just not as much into the salsa as I am into like the Mexican two-step. I don't know. And I can tell the difference. I know the difference, like musically, between conga and salsa and Mexican. Like I do, but I don't know, for whatever reason. Like, whenever I hear like sort of Miami salsa, it just pisses me off. And I think it may be Florida. Maybe it has nothing to do with Hispanics at all. It's Florida.
So you're racist against Floridians, is what you're saying?
Yes, because I grew up with tons of Hispanics in Denver and like North Denver and stuff. And, abuelas and have you over and they're making a bunch of food on Sunday and shit. And the music was great. And, and I'd have to play like their shitty guitars.
Yeah.
And I love that. I love that shit. But, because it was also like, let's see if the gringo can eat this. And I'm like, yeah, I can eat that.
It's a dare. Yeah.
So I had some statement last week that was like, pho so hot that I got an immigration form. Because I ate it. And it was like, they looked at me like, God damn, you ate all that? That's pretty good. You didn't care at all. I sweat, but I ate it.
You know what's funny? It's like I usually get things pretty spicy, but I've noticed that I'm at that age now where it's questionable about whether I can handle it. Like, there's some days I'm like, fuck yeah, make it hotter. Make it hotter. And there's other days where it's like, I'm sensitive.
Okay, I'll give you that. There's never a day that, like, first of all, there's never a day I don't eat sriracha.
Yeah.
Or Cholula. Yeah. Like, ever.
Pretty much right.
Never.
Yeah.
And so, like, when people are like, they're like, oh my God, how do you put that hot sauce? I'm like, this isn't hot sauce.
This is not hot sauce.
This is like pepper and salt for me.
Exactly. It's a condiment.
But I will say that there are some days where I'm like, ooh, I kind of want like just plain egg.
Yeah.
Just like a little pepper on it, and that's it. Yeah. Like nothing else.
Yeah. Okay.
So I will say, as I've gotten older, I do want some plain food every now and then. But that's because I eat spicy food all the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
Also, I'd like to point out hot sauces are they're not full of a bunch of fucking sugar either.
No.
Most of them. Unlike your ketchups and that kind of stuff.
Your ketchups and your... Yeah.
Catsup. Are you here to help my ketchup problem?
Gross.
Thank you. You're welcome. I don't know. Like, I love my hot sauces. I love them all. They go on everything pretty much. Part of this complete breakfast and a great way to stay in shape.
Welcome back, everyone, to 2 Shots Music Pod. My name is Stu Miller. That hunk of burning love over there is...
Michael St. James.
I'm Michael St. James, and I eat
thank you very much.
day.
You said hunk of burning love, and I went to go fucking a shitty Elvis impersonation.
You hit us up at 2 Shots Music Pod, wherever you hit up people. And we are in the middle of like I don't know if you guys know this term, a brownout. Who knows? This all may go down in just a moment because the lights and the internet may go, whoa. They may all go down.
And that's the way it goes. I will keep trucking and just send it to you. We'll just
I'll keep trucking too. Yeah,
where I just keep singing to myself. By the way, just to follow up, Gloria Estefan did break 2 vertebrae in her spine after her tour bus collided with a tractor trailer in Pennsylvania.
Touring is dangerous.
You've
wrecked a bus or two.
I got hit by a semi and a bus. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I wrecked a
We're
van.
not going to let's not talk about that.
No, let's not talk about that. Everybody's PTSDing over here.
Oh, I'm not PTSDing. I was having a conversation about that the other day, and I realized that there's this beautiful thing that happens over time is you just kind of forget that you're angry at anybody.
Do you?
I did, because in that situation, there was some complicated decisions made.
There were choices were made.
There were some choices made, and it wasn't so much the behavior of people during the emergency. It was afterwards, post that was very challenging for me, and I did get a little bit of shit flung in my direction for, let's say, not compromising the integrity of the project we were touring with.
That's right.
As, the person kind of the head motherfucker in charge, if you will. And that was very frustrating. But at this point in time, I don't need to let those people back into my life, but I would like to buy them a beer and know how they're doing.
That's right. I would like to see more high-speed rail in America so that bands don't have to use buses.
Dude, how the fuck can you imagine how fucking great that would be?
Oh, so amazing.
Yeah. Just be able to fucking
you got a show in St. Louis tonight and you'll be there in an hour and a half.
Oh, that sounds
Load
wonderful.
your gear in the third car.
It's a pity that Hyperloop thing was a bunch of fucking bullshit and a tax write-off and not real.
He's such a liar. God. Yeah,
Let's
just like auto-driving taxis from Tesla. They can't even release the secondary test. Oh, yeah, but that motherfucker. Oh, and then I'm going to build tunnels under every city. Why don't you just shut the fuck up? How about that? I got an idea. Why don't you just shut the fuck up?
I love it's like this beautiful transition from Tony Stark to Doctor Doom. Like we are seeing it in the cinema and we're seeing it in real life.
It really is.
It's pretty.
Welcome to the fall of democracy. Let's get to music biz bits, everybody. Hey, Stu, let me ask you a question.
Hi.
Hi, what about this? Do you know the largest standalone concert in history?
Well, I'd be a lying prick if I didn't say it was in front of me on the rundown over here, but I do not.
You're breaking the fifth wall.
There's a fifth wall?
There was.
The ceiling.
Now it's broken.
It's the floor.
Yeah. Well, we live in a 3D, but you never know. We're on a brain, and there's multiple. If you go by string theory, there's a lot more walls.
God.
Yeah, that's right. Well, the biggest standalone concert to date was Madonna's free concert on Copacabana Beach in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, which drew an estimated 1.6 million attendees. Now, she beat the record, which was previously held by the Rolling Stones in 2006, which was attended by 1.5 million attendees.
Wow.
But neither one of them hold the current record, Stu. The current world record for the biggest standalone concert to date belongs to Lady Gaga.
Oh.
Lady Gaga just did Copacabana Beach, 2.1 million. Put your pinky rings to the moon. 2.1 million motherfuckers down there in Copacabana Beach watched her. If you have a chance, Google Lady Gaga, Copacabana, abracadabra. Holy shit. It is
really?
something to behold.
Wow.
And a little bit of background on this. There was a major bomb scare that was going to blow up the whole
I heard
event.
about this. Yeah.
And the cops, they busted it up. They got it done.
Nice. 2.1 million fucking people.
2.1 million. So she beat the last one by 600. Well, by 500,000.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
Good Lord. That's insane.
You were aware there was actually a place called Copacabana Beach for real, right?
I did know that, but nobody ever talks about Lola. She is no longer a showgirl.
No,
she's not.
She's
That's an
moved on.
insane. Was Lord Gaga there?
I don't know.
Huh.
You mean the billionaire guy?
Lord Gaga.
Yeah.
Is there a billionaire guy?
Isn't she dating like
I meant Bradley Cooper, but okay.
Oh, no.
That was a joke.
No, he's dating that other chick.
I know he's not. I
You're making
dating,
a joke
but
because of the movie. I see. Yeah.
I'm shamed. I shall leave.
Good God, that was a bad joke.
That's very clever.
Because I think
Stuart.
there is a Lord Gaga. I think there is a guy in her life.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
And I think he's like a VC dude.
Okay.
Yeah,
right.
Somebody's got to pay for those back pills. Hey!
Ew.
All right. But so, yeah, Lady Gaga killed it. If you get a chance to look it up on YouTube, it's pretty amazing to see that many people in one place, first of all.
Yeah. I would like to commend the AV people.
Yeah.
The production department for that. That is an insane production to get all of that to all of those people. Holy fuck balls.
And on TikTok, you could see it from a bunch of people that people that were way the fuck in the back. They enjoyed it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They enjoyed it and they still could hear it and they could see some of the screens and yeah, it's an amazing undertaking.
Yeah. I wondered, do you know, you might not, I mean, I don't know how you do it. How do you estimate, do they be like, okay, we're planning for, like the last time when Madonna was here.
Yeah.
It was just under, it was like 1.6 million. We're going to have to plan for another fucking 500,000 people.
Yeah.
How do you plan for that?
I think they did some clicking as people, they shut off the streets and there's some clicking as people come in and then they kind of estimate it from there. And
wow.
I think it's a little bit easier now. Like the last time there was a sports ball championship in Denver. And I think it was the Avs. But when they do the thing at the Civic Center Park thing,
yeah,
they have a drone that can. This is one thing that AI can do for you. You can kind of drone and you get kind of a square of people, and then you do an incident rate, all throughout the grid, and then you can just sort of extrapolate the number and go, oh, okay, 560,000 people.
Yeah.
So
but my point
I
is,
think they may have done
before that, how do they plan for that many people?
I don't think they planned for it.
Good Lord. I did okay, fuck it. We're now over 2 million people. We'll see you guys later.
I remember when the Rolling Stones did it in 2006 and it was mayhem. There were incidents. Here's the thing. You didn't hear about a whole lot of incidents in this. Not yet, at least.
Yeah.
The one that happened with the Rolling Stones, there were people that were injured and taken to hospital.
Oh, yeah.
There were people that were crushed, and I don't know if people died, but it seemed
Does this happen every year, or does this happen because you said Madonna was 2000 what?
I believe 2011, I think.
Okay.
Something like that.
So every 5 years they're kind of doing this, maybe every 5 to 7 or something like that.
Well, and they do a Rock in Rio thing every year.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they're used to big shows, and it's a big beach. And I'll stop saying that word.
I'm just curious about it. I find that type of the infrastructure of that kind of planning is fucking bananas.
I do find it funny, though. I'm with you. How do you actually count it? What's the actual number?
Yeah.
I don't think it was ticketed. I don't think it was, It's not like there are wristbands that they counted, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe there was. Maybe there were. I'm not sure. But I do find it funny that like she beat the last record by so much that it doesn't really matter what the undercount was.
Yeah.
You know, like it's one thing when it was like the Stones did 1.5 and then Madonna's like, yeah, I did 1.6.
Yeah.
And
She
I mean, they
destroyed
could
that.
both probably argue about that and go, bullshit, fuck you, you know?
Yeah.
But then
Yeah.
if Gaga comes in and goes, yeah, I doubled that basically, you know, then it,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
you know, I halved it and doubled it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. So there's no argument that she kicked everyone's ass, but that's the official number. It is an official number.
That's fantastic to me. I mean, let's get down to brass tacks, Michael. That's a legacy artist right there.
Lady Gaga with a brand new album too.
With a brand new album.
Yeah.
Still fucking relevant. Bringing
relevant.
2 million people to a fucking beach show. That's fantastic.
Are you listening, Katy Perry? That's how you do it. All right. Speaking of TikTok,
I'm sorry, I should have started slower. That is a magnificent segue.
TikTok's ban is going to be delayed again because let me just reiterate this to you. It is such a national security threat to all Americans and to all American government that the president is going to personally delay it again, thereby not following through with a legal order. So there you go. TikTok's going to be around at least again because they couldn't get a sale done. They still haven't got a sale done. And so, yeah, it's such a problem, Stu.
Yeah.
Such a problem that we're just going to kind of let it go again. Yeah. We'll see what happens.
It's a tremendous issue, a huge, tremendous.
I'm going to cut that out of this fucking podcast. I can't stand it. All right. Here's one thing that's happening in the U.S. government that's kind of interesting. Okay. The transparency in charges for key events ticketing. It is called the Ticket Act. Isn't that cute? Our U.S. government loves to do acronyms. We love it. Ticket Act, among other things, requires ticket sellers to show the final price, including all fees, but not including sales tax, for any ticket they offer for sale. It also is supposed to show that you get a full refund for a cancellation.
Oh.
If it's a cancellation, you get a full refund. Now, if it's a reschedule, that ticket can be held in basically escrow, and then you have that 3-week period or 2-week period. There's some loopholes in this, but it will help some of the ticketing problems.
Okay.
It's supposed to show some transparency in third party, which is that's very good. And so anyway, it's passed the House. It's going to go to the Senate. There's a lot of public outcry for this to happen because one thing America loves is transparency. We love seeing how much we're being fucked over. You know, I think it's so funny in America how often, and I talk to a lot of my European friends, UK friends about this. I know you're not in Europe, UK. I get it. But I talk to a lot of my friends over there. And they're like, you know, when I've been in America, you know what I find interesting is anything you see the price of, that is not the price.
Yeah.
And isn't that amazing as Americans? We sort of know that intuitively.
Yep.
Like it's $19.99. No, it isn't. It's 23 something. Or this is going to be $5. No, it isn't. It's going to be $6.30.
Yeah, yeah.
Or that concert is $25. No, it isn't. Like,
yeah, I remember
whatever
living
it
there.
is, whatever it is, if it's a car, if it's insurance, if it's a ticket, if it's a piece of gum, it's not what it says it is.
I remember living in the UK, and this is something I do remember, and I don't know if it's changed since I lived there. I'm sorry, I know it's not in Europe. I'm just kidding. But like what it said it was on the price label, the tax was already, the VAT was already added in to that price.
Right.
So it was like, this is what you're paying for that. It says £2 on it. It's £2.
Right.
You know?
Exactly. Yeah.
And we moved to this country, and I was like, the fuck do you mean I need an extra $1.13 for this? This is a weird fucking way to do this.
Yeah. It's
states'
so
rights,
strange.
man.
And yet we always go into this whole thing about, well, at least if it's transparent. No, how about you just be fair about shit, first of all? So anyway, there you go. There's some music biz bits for you. That was fun, Stu. Good stuff.
Fascinating stuff.
Yeah, that's good information for everybody.
That's good information. I think it's good information, Barry. Hey, before I forget, did you see any of the performances coming out of Stagecoach a couple weeks ago?
I saw some of them. Yes.
Did you see Luke Combs?
Did you play?
I did not play on that one. I was supposed to a few years ago, but I have not played there since then.
Is it still primarily country?
Well, here's the thing, Michael St. James.
Did I lead you into something there, Stu?
Luke Combs sat in with the... there's a great video of the Backstreet Boys performing their number one hit song, I Want It That Way, and Luke Combs sitting in with them. That was cool. And I was like, okay, I can kind of see a little bit of like the Backstreet Boys. I could see the Backstreet Boys showing up like Boys to Men kind of on a Luke Combs kind of song kind of thing. Like
that
back in
works.
that shit. I could totally see that happening. The one that got me was fucking Good Charlotte played and Luke Combs fucking sang
Lifestyles of the Rich and the Famous?
I think it was the anthem. I can't remember which one it was.
I love that song.
But it was one of their hit songs and they sounded great, but it was just like, why are the Backstreet Boys there? And why is Good Charlotte there? And why is David Lee Roth's solo set mostly Van Halen songs? No, that was a different festival. Sorry, that was the M3 festival.
M3, come on now.
Yeah. All right, I fucked up.
Which, by the way, every other act at M3 talked about David Lee Roth.
Yeah.
You guys are ready to rock out? I'm Sebastian Bach of Skid Row. By the way, David fucking Lee Roth's here.
Yeah. Y'all ready to rock? And he sounded exactly like I wanted him to, which is completely campy and loungy and fucking great.
His backup, he's done the smartest thing ever.
Yeah.
Where he's hired a backup singing group.
Yeah, and they were fucking great. That
the
footage
band's
of them
great.
playing
The backup
Unchained.
singing group's great. They're almost doo-wop-ish. It's fantastic.
Yeah, it was
Unfortunately,
really
Dave
fun.
still can't find the one.
Yeah. No, he cannot. There's a lot of skip that going on in there every now and then. So
yeah. Okay, cool. So there you go. There's your music biz bitch. Wait a minute, are you going to talk more about Stagecoach or
no?
Did you
I just
like
thought
it?
I did enjoy it, and I thought it was fun. I just wanted to like bring it up. That I like that there's this. I kind of like that Luke Combs is just like the DJ Khaled for fucking country music, just showing up and hey, mind if I sing on your song? Anyway,
that's awesome. All right, let's get to Turn You On, everybody. Oh yeah, baby.
Yeah.
I got into the songs this week, and I wanted to see what you think about them. This one is the new one. So we listened to two songs this week. Stu and I did a new one and kind of a classic one, if you will. I don't like calling them old music, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
This one is The Happy Fits. It's called Everything You Do. I love this band. This is their fourth album.
Yeah.
They're super duper indie, but they have their shit together. If you go to their website, you go to their Shopify, it's on, man. It is on. Their vinyl, their tour. It's great. They did it the old school way, Stu, where they got on a playlist on Spotify. In 2016, they got on Fresh Finds. They exploded from 1,000 streams to 36,000 streams, and they've never looked back. They dropped out of college.
Excellent.
Decided to finish an EP and put it out. Then they put out an album in 2018, did all right. They had one scheduled for 2020 and then COVID. So what they did is they focused on live streams and all their social media shit and kind of blew up their scene. So listen, they've almost been together 10 years in this slog right now.
Yeah.
And here comes the new album. It's their fourth. They've got 850,000 monthlies on Spotify. They're doing it right.
Yeah.
Most of their songs have over 35,000 or 35 million streams.
Excellent.
And but this song is really fun. I really dig this song. It's kind of I don't know how to put it. It's a different sounding kind of indie.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
It's not raw. It's very well polished, very well mixed.
Yeah.
And they have their own very distinct sound. Yeah. I don't know who to put them with.
Yeah. It's okay. First off, there are 4 fucking singers in this band, and there are 4 people in the band. There are 4 fucking singers.
4 singers.
4 singers, and they're not. There's not a there's not a bitch singer in the bunch. I mean, when I say that, I mean I mean that they're all fucking holding their own in these parts. The things sound full. And the front guy, I don't know his name, so apologies for not naming. Plays standing with a cello strapped to his dick. You know, like, and it is a cool fucking sound. It's cello, 2 guitars, like real indie sound and drum kit. You're right. It is really fucking well mixed. All the vocal parts are really fucking dialed in.
Did you notice a cello?
Cello. It's a bass guitar. Anyway, sorry, that's 2 terrible jokes today.
No, that was a good one.
That's a Jack Black original, Jables. No, it's a fucking cool ass song. That chorus is catchy as hell.
Yeah.
And like I was watching and I was like, this sounds cool. The riffs are cool. There's a really cool fucking fizz to the guitar tones that I really like. They take up an interesting space. But yeah, I did not. I was like looking at the guy because we watched the video and I was like, it didn't sound like a cello. But then as it moved through, I'm like, I can actually hear that a little bit. That's what this is. But it's mixed kind of like in the place of a bass. But the vocal harmonies, they're what made this fucking song for me.
Yeah, and I saw some of their live video stuff, and yeah, they're real. They got it. So, I mean, and when you hear them sing live, it's something that's been missing from so many bands these days.
Yes,
And so I just love to see 4 singers singing. And singing a really good song. And, you know, and so I'll be interested to listen to the rest of the album, but I really, really, really dig this band. Yeah. I love everything that they're doing. And, you know, these are the kind of bands we want to turn you on to, especially if you're in music, because this is the template, man. This is what you fucking do. Get some friends together, get some good songs together, be really good musicians, do the right fucking social media shit, you know, go out on tour and build a fan base. I mean, it sucks. It's hard to do. But I'm showing you every fucking month, every week, how many ways it can be done, and this is one of them.
Yeah, I think that like one of the things that I've missed in a bunch of bands when they go out and they perform is this big vocal stack.
Yeah.
Like I've seen great instrumentalists, but I want to see I want my Lake Street Dive. I want that fucking kick-ass sounding band where everybody fucking sings.
This is why I love Lawrence.
Yes, exactly. That was actually the bill I was going to say. Okay, so Lake Street Dive and Lawrence are going out. These would be the guys I'd put right up there.
Yes,
with them.
Absolutely. Put them with Lawrence.
Yeah. So fucking A. Great fucking choice, dude.
Great stuff. So go and check them out. It is the Happy Fits, Everything You Do.
That's right.
Out right now. All right, let's get to the classic motherfucking song, y'all.
Oh, good. This was an excellent choice, by the way. BT Dubs.
This is Huey Lewis and the Power of Love, taking you back to 1985, everybody. So this, if you are of a certain age, you fucking know this song. It's Back to the Future. But I challenge you to go listen to it, especially if you love Back to the Future, especially if you know Huey Lewis. Go and listen to this song front to back because you will be surprised at some of the horn stuff. You will be surprised at some of the way that Huey Lewis sings some of the verses. You'll be like, I don't remember him singing it that hard. You'll be surprised at some of the guitar work in it, Chris.
Yeah.
You'll be surprised. You'll be like, I don't remember it being like that way. It's kind of cool. So, biggest song of Huey Lewis's career, obviously. Not obviously. Yeah. Maybe you guys didn't know that, but it is. And I want to tell you a little story about this because this is interesting. This has been flying around in music history circles lately that Huey Lewis didn't make any money off this song. His biggest song ever, and he didn't make any money off of it. Okay, half-truth, I'll give you that. It's a half-truth.
Yeah.
Here's what happened. He met with Spielberg and Robert Zemeckis, who's the director. They told him that they'd written a film, and Marty McFly's favorite band would have been Huey Lewis in 1985.
Yeah.
This whole Back to the Future thing. So in 1984, obviously, Huey Lewis was a big fucking deal. He was all over the place. He was also part of the We Are the World stuff. He was showing up all over the place, right? Not only the band, but also Huey Lewis as a person. And so this is the reason why they reached out to Huey Lewis to do the song, because this would have been Marty McFly's favorite band. And so would he like to write a song for the movie? Huey Lewis said, fuck off. No, that's not my deal. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not going to write about love and the future and all that. And they're like, you know what? Listen, just whatever you want to write, we want a song from you. He's like, I tell you what, I'll give you a demo of the next song we write. So he and Chris, the next song they wrote, this was it. It's The Power of Love. There isn't even really a love story in this movie, if you don't count the mom.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
And so they were already working on this song. So they didn't write it for the movie. It was just going to be the next song that they wrote. And so the original demo of that song is the one that's played in the movie when Marty McFly is trying out for the band competition.
Yeah.
They just added some shittier guitars on it. And Huey Lewis is the guy who says, it's just too loud.
You guys are just too darn loud.
Yeah, it's just too darn loud. So so there's a little bit of nugget there, but that is the literal actual demo that Spielberg and Zemeckis heard before they recorded the song. They actually used that in the movie. Now, it was released from MCA as a U.S. single on the soundtrack. It was a single of the soundtrack of the movie. It was released like a month before the movie, and it was climbing up the charts. The movie wasn't done. Zemeckis was freaking out because the song is becoming bigger than the movie will ever be. And so they rushed the movie to beat the song. They get the movie out, and then, of course, it all just sort of hits at the same time. Yeah. And so it all comes out together. The song's a huge hit already before the movie hits the theaters. Unheard of. That's like not the way you do shit. Yeah. Then they released it in the UK under Chrysalis. Yeah. But here was the thing. They didn't own the copy of it. They did it for a flat fee, like $100,000 maybe.
Okay.
And so they didn't get any of the master of it. And this is when people were selling records. And so they still have the publishing on it. I have checked. They still absolutely have the publishing on it. But the master was basically a work for hire. Yeah. And it was only a work for hire in the U.S. because it's been released all over the world. Like it was released in the U.K., it reached charts and all that. Eventually, it would never be on a Huey Lewis record. Mm-hmm. Eventually, it would be on Huey Lewis' Greatest Hits. So I think they got a little piece of it eventually. But but anyway, this hits, it kicks ass, and then they released 4 in 1986, went straight to number 1.
Wow.
So there's your little story about that. But anyway, the song is still a banger. It's the power of love, slaps. Huey Lewis.
Yeah, it slaps. I remember having to learn this guitar part for a corporate band. And like it is not the way I play guitar, this part.
Yeah.
It's so different. It's especially the verse part. It's slinky and it's got all those cool slides in it and the suspension and resolution thing and the syncopation of it. It's just like, what a fucking cool guitar part.
So when you learned it, did you learn the hits and the paddling? So did you learn blam blam and dun, 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 like with the horn parts?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that's the way I learned it. I was like, how does he hit blam blam dun, dun? Because that's the first of the pedal.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. You know, I was like, oh, that's an interesting way to play it.
Yeah, it's not one part, but it's, obviously now we know that. But like when you're like 14,
when you're playing it live, it is.
Yeah, when you're playing it live, it's one part, But yeah, it's a fucking cool ass riff. A little story about playing this song. I did a gig with it was a wedding and up in some fancy golf course resort thing.
Oh,
shall we say?
Nice, very nice.
Very nice, very nice. It was very fancy. And we had, in the band, we had basically gotten a love-hate list from the bride, and we literally just added this song to the set list. It's an absolute banger every time you play fucking Power of Love, Huey Lewis, white people's underwear blows off, right? It's just the way it fucking happens. And this was I think this might have been one of the first gigs I did with my partner in life. It's her first gig with the band, and the poor groom, after we get done, was like, dance floor's packed, lights going fuck crazy. Was, This fucking poor dude comes up with the most stoic, serious look on his life and walks up to my now person it's her first gig. She didn't know fucking anything from anyone at that point in time. She's just a sub that night. And she's just like, hi. And he walks up to her and he goes, my wife just told me that you have ruined our reception by playing a song that was not on our list.
Oh, shit.
And of course, like the...
how is that not on the list?
We just learned it that week. We just put it in the list and we decided, fuck it, we'll play it. It was like, it seemed to be where that type of music seemed to be working for the crowd. So we lean into that. You read the room. And of course we go take a set break, maybe about an hour later, and I talk to the planner, and she goes, "Man, fuck that chick, man. She's been a miserable see you next Tuesday this entire process. You guys are fucking great. Everybody's having a great time. And if she doesn't want to get down tonight, that's up to her."
Here's the thing. Like, I can see if it's not on the list, but it's definitely not on the don't play list.
Yes.
Like centerfold. Like, I knew a person who had a wedding that was like, if you play centerfold, I will not pay you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that's not on the list.
Yeah, exactly. It was just it was a song that was working. It was not on a do not play list. It just wasn't on the do play list. It was just, we were like just shocked. Anyway, little story. There's a little sidebar about old Huey Lewis in the news. And I don't think I know a person who doesn't like fucking Huey Lewis.
Well, if I did, I wish them well.
Yeah, if I do, good luck
they're not
to
in
you.
my life.
See you later.
They're
Fuck off.
in my life. Okay, so there you go.
Fantastic.
So there you go. Huey Lewis and the news. Power of Love. The Power of Love. That's the legal name of it. And then, of course, The Happy Fits. Make sure to go check out those two songs, Everything You Do from The Happy Fits and The Power of Love from Huey Lewis. There you go. All right, let's move on
slappers.
to...
Absolute slappers this week.
Sink. Okay, sorry about that.
I am challenged this week by my sync because I've heard some wonderful things this week in television. Ooh. And I have been watching far future science fiction where there is nothing of that. Mm-hmm. So they're like, because they're not trying to establish any time period, so a lot of it's originally composed things. So, but what I did do, just for funsies, and of course, I just touched something and it all fucking went away.
Don't touch things. Stop touching. No touching.
Well, no touchy. I'm still in Kilmer Palooza. Rest in peace, Val Kilmer. And so this past weekend, I'm just kind of catching my son up to the joys of Val Kilmer's catalog, and that would be we watched Top Secret.
Oh yeah. Love it.
It's a Zucker Brothers film. We've watched a little. We've been kind of, we've watched our airplanes. We've watched our Naked Guns. We've watched our Police Squads.
Does your son get the humor? Does that hold up for, like, he's 16, right?
Yes, some of it, and some of it was a little too
cringy.
Yeah, that's a good word for it for him. And I think sometimes just like, there's a certain tendency of certain generations to take things a little more seriously than we did.
Yeah.
So I understand some of that, but I also think it was still very, 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 very funny. But here's this: the point was, like, he was like, "Holy shit, what is this movie rated?"
Yeah,
and I was like, PG, and he goes, "No." He goes, "This is like a fucking R-rated movie now." I'm like, Probably, yeah. But it's but again,
Blazing
it's similar.
Saddles would be.
Blazing Saddles is rated R.
See, I was right.
You were see, I was good. So we watched Top Secret, and if you don't know the plot of Top Secret, Val Kilmer is a singer who goes and visits East Germany,
which doesn't exist anymore.
Which doesn't exist anymore. You have to have a little bit of understanding of what's going on. Yeah, fucking Nazis still kind of thing, going on.
I mean, it might exist here soon.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
Not in Germany.
There's like, there's a couple of like legitimate songs. He does, oh, fuck, I'm losing my goddamn mind here. Shit. He does Tutti Frutti. He does, a bunch of other. Are You Lonesome Tonight?
He's like an Elvis songs. Character, right?
Like it, kind of like all the girls are screaming, heads are exploding, panties are flying off. That thing. But the first song that they put on, They put on the radio. Have you heard this man's latest hit? It's called Skeet Surfing. Now, here was the funny part. So it's performed by Val Kilmer, written by, a parody medley based on Surfing USA, Fun, 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 Little Honda, California Girls, and Hawaii, all by Brian Wilson, Chuck Berry, Mike Love, that kind of like Beach Boys stuff. And it's funny, like on the subtitles, because I always have the words on because guitar player, and also I like to, read things sometimes. I'm a literate man. They say Skeet Surfing by the Beach Boys. It was funny to me that nobody's checking this shit anymore.
Yeah, nobody's checking.
But it is a really funny parody, and it is completely fucking a ridiculous and absurd, and might be the most American parody ever.
And 15 years before Little John makes skeeting a thing.
Yeah. Well, they were skeet shooting.
To the windows, to the walls, but that's not what they meant.
That's not what they meant. They're literally on surfboards, letting the ladies on the beach in bikinis fire off clay pigeons so they can skeet shoot them. Mm-hmm. It is not a parody at all there, Michael.
No, sir. No.
It's not. There's no lewdness in this context. But anyway, it's an interesting one because there's no music supervisor on this because we're in 1983, 84. But we do have a music editor in the UK, and that's Robert Hathaway, and Bones Howe was a music consultant on this one. I'd be curious.
That's probably who did the licensing.
Yeah, exactly. So, but he's not. That's not the title we have at this point in time.
I would be interested. So, do you know what the name of the company was that did the movie? Was it Warner Brothers or Paramount or?
I don't
do you know about
Let me see if I can find out.
Because a lot of movies in the 80s, they would use the catalog of the parent company that was for the movie. So often Warner Brothers movies would use Warner Brother catalog songs, and that's why you didn't really need a music supervisor because they would just go down the hall and go, "Hey, do we have a fun song from the 60s?" And here's a list.
Yeah.
So a lot of times it's the director working with a coordinator or something like that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's the production
pretty
company
frowned
is
upon, by the way. It's kind of double dipping.
Yeah. I don't see anything on here regarding that currently. Let's see here. Nope.
Yeah, it might be Touchstone or something like that.
Yeah, something like Carolco.
That's a deep cut, y'all. Oh my god,
deep cut Betty right there.
That really was very nice. I love that. I hope Val Kilmer Palooza goes on.
It's going to continue.
Okay. I am going over to the Netflix.
Excellent.
Using a lot of the Netflix. I was dog sitting for the last week and for a friend of mine in an apartment in a condo I used to live in 14 years ago.
Wow.
13 years ago, 12 years ago, something like that. It's so weird. I used to live in this place for many years. I ran companies out of the guest bedroom. And it's so weird and then I stayed there with the dog. It's a friend of ours that lives there, and she's out of town. But so I had to walk the dog like 3 or 4 times. But you know what's so weird about staying at someone's house? You're like, I have all of the streamers, right? Like all of them. And it should be easy for me to just go and like log myself in to watch my shit.
Yeah.
But like if your friend has a Netflix account, they just want you to add you as a profile. Like, it's really hard to sign them out of Netflix and then go in straight balls, nothing, and then sign in yourself. So I had to like reload apps and do it from my phone. But I was like, because she has Netflix, but like a cretin, she has advertising Netflix.
Yeah.
I'm like, honey, do you need $3 here?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. Is it hard times for you? Why are you watching ads on Netflix? That's fucking insane to me. I don't know. Anyway, so there you go. There's my life story. Anyway, so I'm watching Netflix. I slung it from my phone because I'm not watching ads. Get the fuck out of here. 4 Seasons is what I watched on Netflix. This is a television show, an episodic, written by Tina Fey, based on the Alan Alda, Carol Burnett movie from the early 80s called 4 Seasons.
Yeah.
Classic movie for people of a certain age. A lot of people have seen the movie. It's basically a group of middle-aged couples goes on vacation all the time And when one of their marriages falls apart and the guy goes with a younger girl, it creates a whole lot of havoc within all of the couples. Now, I know if you're younger, you're going to be like, this ain't for me. I'm just telling you, I've talked to some younger people who watch this. There's plenty of like sort of younger storylines in it. It's really fun. It's a breezy watch. 30-minute episodes, there's 8 episodes, I think, and they're 30 minutes.
Cool.
Really breezy. Tina Fey, Will Forte. There's just really fun people in it. Yeah. And so there's one of the episodes, there is this acoustic guitar that shows up on vacation. There's a new guy in the group of couples who comes and he brings an acoustic guitar and sets it down. And 3 of them, there is a scene where the 3 of them look over at this acoustic guitar like, oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. Like, and in your head, you're going to go Wonderwall, right? Because that's what it looked like. They were all like, oh my God, someone's going to play acoustic guitar. So anyway, a tragedy happens, and this new guy, his name is Terry.
Oh boy.
They're all, the regular couples that know each other are kind of crying, and Terry starts playing Candle in the Wind on the guitar. Song written by Elton John and Bernie Taupin.
Yep.
But not the master. It's him playing it on acoustic guitar. This is a guy who, he was the mattress guy in Seinfeld. He looks like Frank Sinatra.
Fantastic.
You know that guy?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. He looks like Frank Sinatra, old blue eyes, and he played the mattress king or whatever on Seinfeld. Anyway, so he's in this as a character named Terry, and he plays the most cringiest version of Candle in the Wind. And I love the drop because it works for about a minute, and then they're like, please stop singing. And so it's just fantastic. But I would urge you, if you got nothing to do, it's real breezy, real kind of fun, even though there's like, you know, hardcore relationship stuff going on. It doesn't beat you over the head with it. And Tina Fey is really fun to watch. Nice. As an actress in this. So it's nice.
Excellent.
4 seasons on Netflix. Season 1, episode 7, Candle in the Wind, is your sync of the week. And the music supervisor is Jack Grabow.
Have we heard from Jack Grabow before?
We have not. And I think he is part of Tina Fey's universe.
Fantastic. Love it.
Here's the other good thing about this show. They're going to get picked up. You're
Excellent.
not wasting your time if you fly through these 8 episodes. And you will know that in the very last episode, you'll be like, oh, yeah. We're going to get another one of these.
That's cool. Excellent.
So even if you've seen the movie before with Alan Alda, and spoiler alert, Alan Alda shows up in this.
Yes.
So don't feel bad that it's like they're ripping him off. This is all a love letter to Alan Alda.
I love it.
It's fantastic. So yeah,
fantastic. I'm excited to watch it. That's on our list over here.
Yeah, it's really fun.
Need someone to pick us up after being depressed watching fucking Andor.
Yeah. All the depressing shit I've been watching, I'm like, oh, this was nice. Oh God, I finished You finally. Oh my God, what a lift. I'm so happy it's over.
Yeah.
This last season, it starts with twins. I'm like, fuck, twins, Basil. I can't stand twins in a storyline. But anyway, it's over. Yeah. We'll talk about it another time. That is your sync of the week, everybody.
Excellent work, everybody. All right.
Let's wrap this bitch up and get to some last call, everybody. Did you have anybody to shout out?
Nope.
I'm going to shout out David Northcutt of Capitol Hill Electric because he right now is fixing my studio. I had multiple power outages this morning. Anyone who spoke to me this morning has no idea all the shit I went through today. Well, Stu does.
I do.
Because we had some
horrifying
weird things happening while we were jumping on here.
Yeah. But I didn't know you watched that kind of thing. Sorry.
God bless the electricians, everybody. And if you need an electrician and you're in the Denver area, hit my boy up, David, at Capitol Hill Electric.
Fantastic. That is a solid ad placement.
I mean, like right now.
Yeah.
During this, while you saw me looking over there, that was text.
Yeah.
Like, but I mean, that's pretty good having your power go out like 4 hours ago and you got an electrician here. Like, fuck yeah, dude, I'll fix it.
Nice.
Like here pretty soon before whenever it is right now.
That's excellent work.
All right, that is for us all we can handle today. Let's wrap this bitch up. Remember to subscribe and hit that bell on YouTube. Throw us a follow on Spotify. It really does help the channel. Anyway, leave us a silly comment on Apple Podcasts and follow us everywhere you follow people at 2ShotsMusicPod. That's the number 2 Shots, the music pod for fun clips and all the stuff on the social media. Stu, I hope you personally write a great song this week because you look so good. You smell good. God, you smell good today.
Thank you.
The smell-o-vision on my Mac is really kicking ass today. Oh,
yeah.
Oh, shh. These people don't know about that yet. We'll talk about that on another podcast. Write a great
M9
song,
chip.
be nice to each other, and be careful out there. We need you here next week.
Yeah. Love you.
Love you. Good. Bye.